So, how is it going, people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7. I don't think I've done a GT7 video for a while. I was on yesterday, and I was just driving like absolute just garbage, basically. Um, but I've already done a race today, so what I'm going to do is I picked up my ticket. Let's open the ticket and let's do what I would say is my money maker event. But I think we've got a 4-star, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a decent. The past few I've really not been getting what I should be getting. But we don't want the Bugatti license because we've already got it. Oh, we get a car. Okay. So we get the Atenza. Is that a... That's a Mazda. Is it a Mazda? Yeah, it's a Mazda. I thought it was a Lexus. I don't know if I've actually got that one. Okay, decent. So I think the higher the stars, like a 4, a 5, and a 6, you probably actually get a decent, I say a decent prize, but below that, I've just been getting really like the worst you can get. So as you can see there, I've got the DBR9, which I think is a group 3 car, but I've got it detuned for reasons. So basically, there was an update. There was 1.12 update. They kind of, I'm trying to think. It was quite a small patch that they did. It wasn't really like a huge update. But one of the things that they gave us was the ability to basically buy all the invitation cars. So we have the invitation. So for instance, for the Bugatti, I went and bought the Veyron. There, 2 million. I think the license or the invitation lasts until the 13th of the 5th. So you've had like a month. I already had, I think, the Pagani. Did I have something else? But I had this car already. I actually won this car. I don't know. I'm a little bit sitting on the fence on this one because they sort of fixed the money issue where, I mean, people still say that the credit system's broken. I've seen a few YouTube channels that are still moaning about various parts of the game. As far as I'm concerned, I've really enjoyed the game. But they've gave us all these license. I keep saying license. These invitations. So I'm probably the plan is I've in my head at the moment I've got like a plan. I usually get the cars in the used market and the legend cars. I usually get them first. But I'm probably going to pick off a lot of these now. As I say, I feel, I don't know, I don't think it cheapens the game. You know, I think they've listened to some of the criticisms, and yeah, there was an element with the invitations that they did run out early, which was quite bad. But what they've did is they've kind of said, right, there you go, open invitation to get all these cars. Which I think just cheapens it a little bit. Like you'd have to wait to get the Bugatti. Maybe give you the option of maybe saying, right, you can have 2 free invitations to buy 2 cars or to buy cars from a company. So if you picked, say, yeah, I'll take the Aston Martin, you can actually you physically you could buy 2 cars. So you could buy the 177 and the Vulcan. Maybe give you like 2 invitations to manufacturers, but they've gave you like everything, which I don't know. I'm a little bit. I think it cheapens the game a little bit. That's just my opinion, you know. because the ability to make money is a little bit easier. People are still probably going to say it's not enough. So we basically got 1.8. I've actually bought all the cars. I think I bought the Countach, the Lamborghini Countach, the 25th anniversary one. I bought that yesterday. There's nothing in here that I don't have. Like, you can buy this in the brand Central. I actually bought this car, the McLaren SLR, but you can actually buy that brand new. So we've got everything in here. I actually bought this. I bought the Firebird Trans Am because it's quite an interesting colour. So I got that. But basically, there's one car in here that I want in the Legend, and it's went kind of low stock or limited stock they call it. It's this one here. It's the XJR-9 88. It's 2.5 million. So I want to get that, but I've got the rest of these. Plus, I need to get this as well. But that's just come in today, so that's going to be there for a couple of days. So I've actually bought the rest. Well, I say the rest. I've bought, like, obviously the Mazda, the 787, and the R92 CP. I want to buy this one. This is my next kind of purchase before I buy any of the invitation cars. I want to buy this bad boy here. I've actually been chasing this car for a long time. In sport, I actually had the opportunity. I think I was one of getting this car in the daily gift car, and I was just shy. It just went by it. But it's only 9 million, but it's 9 million. It hasn't got the limited stock. It's been in a couple of days. It may go limited in the next couple of days, but I want to really get this one first because this is going to be limited stock. So there's a couple of ways to make money in this game. There probably is other ways. What I usually tend to do, a lot of people are doing the Tomahawk glitch. It's called. Technically, it's not really like a glitch. Basically, what you do is you go in this one here. So as you can see, that it's PP600. So you change your car to this one, and there you go. It's I call it Tokyo Money setting, and it's just hard tires, and the rest of the settings are just normal. You basically put these down to 70% power and output adjustments and restrictor. You keep that at 580, and then you manually adjust the first 3 gears to these settings here. And it kind of nerfs the gears 1 to 3. But basically, you enter the race and you can do it manual gears, and you just pop it into 7th, and away you go. You don't have to pit stop. You don't have to fuel manage. You just basically race, and that's it. And you can do it in roughly. You can do it 16, 17 if you're really, really quick. 18 to 19 is probably the average, and the odd time you can maybe be 20. I don't find it all that interesting. In fact, to class it as a race is probably actually not really correct. It's more sort of you just turn up and decimate the. In fact, your first place before the first corner comes up. Your first place within, I would say, 4 or 5 seconds of the start, and then it's just you against the track. Try not to bump into the walls. Try not to really sort of, because you do get a 5-second penalty. Um, it's the track. I'm not really a great lover of the Tokyo Expressway. It's not my favourite track. And the race itself, I say race, but you know it's not really interesting. It's actually quite boring. I actually feel it's longer than 20 minutes. So the race that I usually do, and I've done this race so many times, is the France, and it's a 24-hour Le Mans track. And it's this one here. It's a touring car. It's a PP 700 event. You can actually see that. I mean, the difference here between the two. This one here is 5 laps. It's the PP 800. which is Group 3 cars, potentially. This one's Group 4. But what you can do with this one, and what I tend to do, is I keep my the AI settings to medium. You can go, if you want to make it easier, you can just go down to easy. But I keep it in medium AI. And the car that I go for, I've went for a couple of different ones. You can see here I've actually got the CLK down to 700, well, below 700. As you probably see, a lot of my cars here, like, I mean, there's the Mustang, there's 680, but the Mustang's quite a weird car. 660 for that, 650 for the Atenza. So I'll just enter with this one. It's the Aston Martin. I've got it down quite a bit. You can see here I've got the power restrictor. I've got a bit of ballast as well. But I like it. The thing I like about this race is it changes like all the time. No two races are actually the same, which makes it interesting. And although it's 10 minutes more than the Tomahawk, it doesn't seem to be that bad. I feel anyway. So we're obviously 700 PP. We're in that bracket that we're kind of powerful. Oh, cool tyres. Bit of a... So yeah, it's an interesting race, and the fact is, it is a race where the Tomahawk is just... I find I get really tired doing the Tomahawk one because it's just so boring. It really doesn't have a lot of dynamics. Okay, that was a little bit cheeky. I need to get the volume. Get the volume down a little bit because I can't do myself down. So, this race, it does rain. Now, it can vary. I've actually had races on here that's been almost totally dry. I've had races where it's been absolutely torrential. So that kicks in maybe lap 2 to 3. So we're just going to cut through the field here. The car, I mean, it's slightly above the PP of the cars that I'm competing against. What you want to really do is you want to make money, so you do want to win. It's not a case of you know, we're here to kind of race, maybe finish, you know, top 10. We want to win, but we want to make it so that it's not like a complete walkover. And that's why I enjoy this race so much. It's a little bit, I mean, it is a proper race at times. Okay, we may win in the end, we may win by quite a comfortable margin. But we've got to make decisions on the fly. Oh, a little bit, sorry, a little bit cheeky. I went in there a bit hot. So we're up to P9. Sorry, that was a return favourite. So we're making our way through the field. We're only 11 seconds behind the lead, so 2.6 laps. I don't usually fuel save as much at the beginning, Because we are going to have to probably pit before that fuel runs out. We'll have to put you a stretch back corner. Oh dear, we're in another world there. Usually what I tend to do is once I get ahead, I usually start fuel saving. See here we're kind of starting to catch up to P7, P6 just ahead of us there. P5 we can just see taking the chicane there. Oh, actually wrong, there's 3 cars here. The AI takes this corner really slow for some reason. Right, so we're up to P7. So as you can see, I mean, the car's not like totally dominating the field here. It's a nice, comfortable catch. You can do this in a Group 4 car. It's actually very doable in a Group 4 car. But a little bit less margin. Up inside, cheeky. Right. Just start looking towards weather now. The weather does start moving in some point soonish. It's pretty clear just now. Back to the fuel. Still a sunny day, sun's still shining. So 7 seconds behind one. I need to change the gearing. I think the gearing's perfect. But it needs slightly longer gears, which are quite maxed out in the straight. So 6 minutes in. But at this point doing the Tokyo Expressway Tomahawk one, I would probably start to doze off. Because it's just such a boring event. It is the meta, it is the most efficient. But this one, I just feel you've got to use your brain a little bit, and that's what it's all about. It's 30 minutes long, but I think it's quite a quick race compared to the Tomahawk one. You can actually probably use the Tomahawk in this race as well. In fact, you can more than use the Tomahawk in this race. So we'll just come up behind third here. Just turn the volume up just a smidge. So yeah, this race, it never really gets boring. You can see it's starting to get a little bit dull. It doesn't seem as bright. Come in the corner. Oh, there we go, there we go. Rain's coming in, it's coming from like, top of the map. Like north, what's that, northwest? East, sorry, northeast. We're getting some patchy clouds. It doesn't look as if it's solid at the moment, showers, so coming up to first place. So again, I'm keeping an eye on the showers. Pretty broken at the moment, so it's not really going to be, it's not going to get wet super quick. I'm going to keep the power setting as it is. It's he dives into the pits. It's interesting. Whoa. The thing is, it's just starting to get wet now, which is kind of caught me off guard a little bit. Okay, it's still dry, you know, track-wise. Trouble is with this track is quite long, so this part of the track can be quite dry, but the bottom half can be absolutely soaking. And that's where this kind of variable sort of dynamic weather comes into effect. Yeah, this could get dicey pretty quick now. It's starting to get quite bad looking in the radar. Still some dry patches. Yeah, so still the track is still nice. See that the gauge now is at bottom left. It's still under that plus bar, so it's still it's getting wet, but yeah, I see some of these clouds again. This could get quite marginal towards the end of the lap. That's it, went above that line now, so we're now kind of getting into, if it rains I can see that cloud's dissipating a little bit now. Interesting, it looks as if it's not going to be as much. Just taking it easy in this corner. It's on the verge of getting a little bit cautious, but it's still the full gas material. So this is where it gets interesting, this race, because now what you've got to do is anticipate what it's going to be in the next little bit. So I'm scanning ahead in the clouds. At the moment it's still a dry track, and if it stays like that, the way the radar is, there's not a lot of cloud, just as I say that I go a bit wide, there's not a lot of cloud coming in, so I'm now gauging whether it's going to be an intermediate. I don't think it's going to be full wets, more clouds coming in. Probably not enough to justify. I mean, it's not. It's actually marginal whether it's going to be intermediates at the moment. Okay, this is make or break time here. I would. Looking at the map, my gut would say put intermediates on. That's my gut feeling. Almost mess up that entry. Yeah, I'm putting on intermediates. Purely because it's still raining. You know, if I put hards on or slicks, and it still keeps raining, it's going to get marginal. So I'm going to stick on intermediates. feel that's maybe the right tyre. Yeah, it's still spitting. Sometimes the tyre animation's wrong. There's slight slips going on, but it's actually intermediates. I mean, if I change back to hards, the tyres that are going on will be intermediate. So a couple little issues, little technical issues. So a P4, the rain is still about. It's still not really, this part of the track, it's still not really like full. You could probably still get away with dries. So a 15 minutes fuel, I think I'm going to, I may start fuel saving at some point. I'm going to put it to 3 at the moment. Maybe just start saving just a little bit of fuel. This is still kind of, could get up a dry Sarthe tyre. It's still raining, it's still adding. This is a good thing about this event, it keeps you alive, you've got to constantly be like, checking stuff. With the Tomahawk, you're practically falling asleep through the whole event. Just getting that, it's actually getting heavier. I think the intermediate's the right choice. So the seconds behind a wee bit. Corvettes in front of us. 18 seconds now, so we're catching at this fuel setting. I want to save a little bit of fuel because I'm trying to work out the laps. We want to have options. Oh, sorry, not that in a bump there. Thought he was going to let me through the inside. Enjoying the throttle there. So you can actually see that it's now becoming potential. It could actually turn into like a really wet race because the clouds still there. I mean now the intermediates are starting to cut into into action. So there is a point where the track may get actually really quite wet. If you train the way it is, you might get some aquaplaning. It's very, very dicey. But the justification for putting on intermediates now is apparent. You know, it's the right tyre to be on. A little bit wide there. So I'm using control at the moment. That's why I'm on automatic gears. I just prefer it. I find it more relaxing without having to manually adjust gears. If I've got my wheel, I use manual gears. I may actually have a session tonight on Gran Turismo with the wheel. It's going a little bit slow there. First place is going really slow. Unless he's feeling intermediates are starting now not to work. I'm getting a little bit, getting close to that aquaplane type. Oh, 2 second penalty. Yeah, go a little bit wide there. Nope. It's getting kind of dicey. Oh, kind of missed the braking there. Yeah, it's getting a little bit aquaplane. I think wet weather tyres are probably... Right. I was about to check behind to see if second and third yet. They're in the pits. Now it says they're on hard. So they may be going to, probably I'd imagine they put full wets on. Now we could have had a free pit stop there. We could have pitted and put on wets. I don't know whether intermediates are now not the tyre to beat. Yeah, it's getting really glassy. You can see the surface has got a sheen to it. Racked up 4 seconds of penalties. That's a weird graphic issue in this corner. It flips. I think it does it again. It does it that corner quite a bit. Right, I think fuel wise, I think these tyres are still, they're okay, but kind of slipping quite a lot. It looks as if the rain's stopped, so there's no more rain falling. So I don't think conditions are going to get any worse. So I think it's going to come back to us a little bit on the intermediates. We've now got the added hassle of possibly drying up and the tyres kind of falling off a little bit in terms of wear. Going to go easy here. It's quite slippy. But as you can see, this race, it's just so much of an interest. You know, the weather's dynamic, the racing. Although we're ahead, we probably could have pitted for wets, but then I think the wets would have been too much, or I would say not necessarily needed. This track's going to start coming back to us now for intermediates. 8 minutes left. Got a sizable lead at the moment. Probably we could pit and maybe still come out near the top, or maybe still first place. I don't know how long the pit seems to take quite a bit of time. So whether we'd come out front, I don't know, but we'd certainly be close to the front anyway. Yeah, the tyres are coming back in now. You can see that it's still wet, but it's not like that. You don't have that glossy sheen. So we're going to have a penalty to take here. Just crossed the line, and we just got coming out the post curves, I think, into that other section. We picked up the penalty. So we could have come in for wets, which I think would have been the wrong choice. You know, we would have been in the wrong tyre. I do imagine that behind us, kind of like a pit stop up at the moment. Oh, just took that corner so bad. What a dodo. Completely came round that corner and just was like, oh, there's a corner. Oh, and I completely missed the breaking point. I kind of went a bit daydreamy there. Conditions are still in this part of the track, and it's still a little bit dicey, but right, there's the sun out now. 6 minutes remaining, so we should have we should have 2 laps remaining. So already I'm going to start looking for like wet parts of the track to kind of try and use the tyre wear. Because these intermediates are going to start to really wear down quite a bit. So I'm going to start looking for sort of wet areas just to kind of try and minimise the wear of the tyres. But to be honest, I'm just wondering if we just disregard that just a bit. I think we've got enough. In fact, we probably should have picked it there, perhaps. Well, a bit wide there. Keeping my fuel, I want to keep just a little bit in reserve. I don't want to be like, you know, on vapour. So I'm going to go down to 3, maybe even 2. Question is, do we pit? Do we pit for slicks? I think we do. I think we come in at the end of this lap. But let's go into 1. If we're going to do that, we can afford to burn a bit of fuel. Maybe just take a half a lap of fuel. Maybe even we don't need to take fuel. So I think we just gun it now. I think we pit. We've got enough time. We've got 43 seconds. Oh, we take the nicotine line. Okay, that's cost us a little bit. Saves us heading into the sand. Yeah, I think to be honest, I think the guys behind us are going to pit. Depends how much they fuel save. So they're probably going to need to maybe pit for fuel. Deep in there as well. Yeah, we did 37 seconds. You know, we could probably make it on these tyres. If we pit, we get the hard tyres, it's probably going to be like, it's going to be easier to drive. If we stay out these tyres, we can probably actually do it comfortably. But then these tyres are going to really start falling off like big time. Like they're going to hit a, I don't know, I'm 50-50. Did we pit? I'm coming in. Let's do it. Let's pit. Let's put on slicks. So the pit entry's still a bit wet. Right, let's go hards. go hard or go home. So you can see there that we've picked the hard tyres. The tyres that have come out are like wet tyres or intermediates. So some of those parts are a bit are not right. So the question is, will we pit? Are the guys behind us going to pit? Surely they've got to pit. They've got to be on intermediates or wet tyres. Just a splash of fuel, just enough. Not great. Well, the pit entry is very greasy. Okay, so we've just joined. That little slip coming out the pits has cost us a little bit. I think the people behind us have actually pitted for. Yeah, they're on intermediates, so they've went to hard. First place now. He didn't pit, so he must still be on intermediate tyres, which is interesting. Yeah, well, that should be pretty easy. So we could have stayed out. If we'd stayed out, I think we would have been okay. I think we would have won the race quite comfortably by quite a margin. But we had that pit stop, we had that in the pocket, so it's one of those things. Yeah, getting inside here. Oh, we won wide. Whoa, okay. This has actually got really interesting, to be honest. Yeah, we just got a little bit greasy on that corner. Tell you one thing, he's not really slowing down. We're gonna have to put a little bit of pedal to the metal here. We should be okay. But this is why I really enjoy this race for making money in GT7, because it's just, you know, there's never a dull moment. It's an interesting race. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. I mean, even now this car's a little bit dicey. There's still a little bit of moisture on the edge of the track, so you've got to be careful. Yeah, we've got. If you don't royally. I find that Huracan is quite a fast car, but I find it to be quite twitchy and cornering. Yeah, we need to be careful. If we spin, we've lost. So keep it just. Ooh, baby! We got him. We got him. Oh, that was, I'll tell you one thing, that was a good race. I mean, you know, we're in a GT3 car, or a Group 3, but, you know, that was a really good race. You know, very close. We actually potentially we could easily have spun out in some of those corners. And see, the Huracan is a little bit twitchy. I think it's a good car, but it's very, you've got to be, you need a decent setup on it. So there we go. We get the win. I mean, it wasn't, it was an easy win, but it kind of towards the end there, it could have got a little bit dicey. And you do get the Queen Race bonus, which is, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think I've not had it. And that is the Dane train. People that know Nicky. So yeah, it's a PP700. It's a lot faster than the cars around us, but you still need to work to get ahead. It's not like, you know, like the Tomahawk where you just blast and by the first corner you're in first place. It's basically, you know, a very dull, boring race. This has got a lot of dynamics to it. And I think it's actually an interesting race. There's a lot of stuff you can do. Like, I mean, we could have stayed out on those tyres and we'd probably have won by quite a margin. We came into the pits, put on slicks, the guy in front stayed on probably intermediates. And yeah, it became a very exciting race in the last lap. So there we go. I might actually save that replay. I might want to just check to see what the other guys do. And there we go, that's us, we can afford this Jaguar. So let's go and buy it. So as I say, I plan on buying all the invitation cars. Part of me doesn't want to do it in a way, you know, I want to get it like the way it should be, where you have to spin and win that invitation, which I think would prolong the game a little bit. But I think a lot of these platinum hunters were getting a bit peeved at not being able to get certain parts of the game. So let's go into Legend and let's buy this limited stock Jaguar. So as you can see here, we've got this one as well I want to buy. I'll get that probably some point today. And then my next plan is to get this one, the Ferrari. That's my next, before I get any of the Brand Central invitation cars. So let's get this, let's get the Jaguar. The XJ, what is it, XJR-9. Quite an interesting concept of a car. I take it that whole back end must flap up to get the tyres changed. So there we go. As I say, we'll get this one at some point, and then we'll go for the Ferrari. So that's going to conclude this video. Hopefully you found it interesting. In fact, what am I at? 49 minutes I'm at. So, as I say, I usually go into my used cars and my Legend cars just to see what I need. So that's the Jaguar in the bank, as they say. So I think we bought, that's obviously British. I like to clear these. I know some people don't. So there we go. Group C, the machine's designed by the famed F1 designer Tony Southgate. Pretty cool. So we've got another car. I'm trying to remember what it was. What did we buy? What did we get? Oh, it was the Mazda. So it was. There it is. It was the Atenza, the sedan. Anyway, folks, hopefully you enjoyed that. Um, just another little GT video. Probably do some more. There's another race. There's actually the other race that I'll just point it out as a matter of interest. There's probably actually a couple of other races that are pretty good. The one that I'm currently like sort of wanting to win is this one here. It's the GT Cup Group 3. It's going to be 730 PP or less. Now, I think I entered in this car, but I think I've actually got the 730 PP setting. I've actually got medium tyres on. I could probably actually go hard tyres, and maybe bump up the. Yeah, I could probably bump that up a little bit. Maybe something like that might be better. Yeah, I've probably thought about it, but that race is really good. You've got to be semi quick, but you can't really make any mistakes. You spin, that's it. You're probably like first place is gone. But it's a really good race, really tight, but really worth it. And I want to maybe try and get that one. In terms of money, it's not like the biggest money in the game, but it's pretty decent, 200,000 coins. Some other races that I probably need to do, but track experience, I've done a couple of track experience, like the Nordschleife. I'm still, as you can see there, it's a mixed bag. I've got a bronze, I've got a gold, I've got a silver. So yeah, it's not as easy. I probably could maybe even do this one. You get 1.2 for doing the Grand Prix track. So I may do that one at some point. The only reason that I don't do, I've done a couple of circuit experiences. I've done like Monza. I've done a couple others. It's a lot of time, to do it. I mean, technically, you could do the Nordschleife in probably less than an hour. So it's like 6 million credits for like 1 hour. Okay, it's a money maker, but the ability to do that in an hour, you've got to be like on top of your game, and I'm far from it. I really need to grind a little bit to get gold. It's possible, but it's a lot of time and a lot of effort to, you know, get that money. Where I can go to like the Le Mans event, and I know in 30 minutes I'm going to have close to 1 million. I'm going to have 825,000 credits, and I can rinse and repeat that, and it's not too boring. If you grind an event, you know what I mean. It's a lot. Same with this one. This is in the GT3 Huracan, which is a little bit more trickier because it's a little bit, slippy. But as I say, I've done like Monza. Monza was actually quite easy. I say quite easy, but it was easier. Did the Red Bull Ring again? That was slightly easier. But there's a lot that I haven't done. So there's a lot of money in these events. I did Spa. That one was a little bit easier. The car was good, but I've still to do a lot of other circuit experiences. So there's like potentially out there. There's like something like 40 million credits just waiting to be taken. But as I say, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of effort. I'd rather just earn money in my time. But anyway, folks, hopefully you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you for more videos coming up soon. Take care. Catch you next time. Bye.